Hello everyone, my name is Chandra Ivan. Today's lesson we are going to learn about TOEFL, Test of English as a Foreign Language. In this video, I would like to share you about TOEFL, especially for structure. So in structure, this is the second section of TOEFL test. So the first section is listening. The second one is structure. And then the third one is reading. But we are going to focus on structure. So let's check it out. What are there in structure? So structure consists of 25 skills. So it consists of 25 skills. So structure, it is the second section of the TOEFL test. So there will be 40 questions and you will have 25 minutes to finish them in this section. So 40 questions for 25 minutes. So there are two types of question in structure. The first one is structure. There are 15 questions, start from number 1 to 15. And the second one, we have written expression, start from number 16 to 40. So you must pay attention about this one. The question progress from the easiest to the most difficult ones. So both of structure and written expression has same formula. This is start from the easiest to the most difficult ones. So I will discuss about this type of question. The first one, you have to know about general strategies of structure. The first one, be familiar with the directions. So it means that the direction on every TOEFL test are the same. So it is not necessary to spend time reading the direction carefully. Because all of the direction in TOEFL is same. So you must or you should be completely familiar with the direction before the day of the test. And then the second one, begin with question 1 through 15. So it means it is structure questions. Start from number 1 to 15. So you must understand that we start from easiest to the most difficult. Okay? So it means that number 1 to 5 in structure, it is the easiest question. And then after that, question number 11 to 15, it is the most difficult. So it is for the structure, number 1 to 15. And then after that, you continue with a question number 16 through 40. So you must be anticipate that question number 16 through 20, it is the easiest. 16 to through 20, it is the easiest. After that, the question number 36 through 40, it is the most difficult questions. And then next, if you have time, return to the question number 11 through 15, because it is the most difficult. So if you have time, return or back to the question to answer it if you still cannot answer it. So never leave any question blank on your answer sheet. So there is no penalty for guessing. Yeah. So guess to complete the section before time is up. So if you still have any question blank, so please guess, yeah, before time is up. Well, class, so today we talk about the structure questions. So this is the first type of this section, yeah. So it's only have 15 questions, number 1 to 15, number 1 to through 5, the easiest, number 11 through 15, it is the most difficult. So this is the test your knowledge of correct structure of English sentences. Now look at this example. Homo sapiens blah 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 about 40,000 years ago. So look at the answer. So you must answer it. Yeah. This one you must understand. If you learn about the skill, you will know what is missing here. As we know, Homo sapiens, it is the subject. So this is missing verb. So try to find the verb. A, it is incorrect. C, it is incorrect. D, it is incorrect. So the answer will be first appear. So Homo sapiens first appeared about 40,000 years ago. Now, the procedures for structured questions. So the first is study the sentences. So your purpose is to determine what is needed to complete the sentence correctly. And then the second one, study its answer based on how well it completes the sentences. So it means that eliminate answer that do not complete the sentence correctly. And then the third one is do not try to eliminate incorrect answer by looking at the answer. So the incorrect answer are generally correct by themselves. So the incorrect answer are generally incorrect only when used to complete the sentence. This one. And then the fourth one, yeah, we still have never leave any blank, answer blank, and then do not spend too much on the structure question. So this is about the procedure for structure question. Now, today's lesson, we focus on skills 1 and skills 2. So let's check it out. What is skill 1? Well, skill 1, we are going to learn subject and verbs. Subjects and verb. You know that a sentence in English should have a subject and a verb. So a sentence in English must have at least one subject and one verb. Look at this example. I teach TOEFL every Monday. In this sentence, you know that it is subject, teach, it is verb. So this is a correct sentence because it is one subject and one verb. So you must be familiar what is subject and the verb. So the second one, the common types of problems are like this one. Subject is missing. So you will find the question that subject is missing, and also you will find the verb is missing, or maybe subject and verb are missing. And then the last is it has extra subject or verb. So maybe double subject or double verb. And this one, it is the common problems that you must understand. Okay. Now look at this example. Blah 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 was ringing continuously for hours. So in this section, in this question, okay, so you must be understand what is missing here. What is missing here? So as we know, was ringing, it is the verb. Okay, it is verb. So it means that it is missing subject. Now we must understand the subject. A, B, C, or D. Okay, now look at this answer. A, loudly. No, it is incorrect because it is adverb. Loudly, ly. This is adverb. In the morning, it's also incorrect. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. So this is also adverb. So it's only C and D. Yes, C, both of C and D, yeah, it is subject. But you must be understand, subject can be singular or can be plural. So subject can be countable and uncountable. So you must understand that the verb here, it is singular, was. So you have to find the singular subject, C or D. So D, it is plural because the bells with S. And then the phone, it is singular, yeah. So it is the answer. The phone was ringing continuously for hours. That's it. Now we come to the second example. Newspapers, blah blah blah, every morning and every evening. So remember, skill 1, focus on subject and verb. So look at the some problem, missing subject, missing verb, double subject or verb, yeah, or missing subject and verb. Like this one. Newspapers, it is subject. Yeah, it is subject. So it is missing verb. Yeah, newspapers, blah blah blah, every morning and every evening. So we must and look at the answer by looking the verb. So A, delivery, it is verb, but it is for plural because the subject is the subject is plural. Yeah, sorry, the subject is plural, newspaper with S. Yeah, okay. So we find uh, the plural verb like this one. Yeah, okay. So the delivery, it is incorrect. Yeah, so are incorrect. So C, it is incorrect. D, it is incorrect. So the answer is are delivered every morning and every evening. Now look at the third example. The plane blah 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 landing at the airport in 5 minutes. Okay. The plane, it is subject. Blah 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 landing. So we miss verb. Okay. When you answer A, it is subject and verb. So it will be double. So it is incorrect. Again, B, it really is same. Its subject is verb. No. C is descending. When you answer C, descending and then after that landing. So it will be double. So the answer is D. The plane will be landing at the airport in 5 minutes. Okay. Now we come to the exercise 1. Number 1. My best friend always helpful with problem. So it is incorrect. Why? Remember subject and verb every sentence. So it's only subject, my best friend. So it is missing verb. So it means it is incorrect. And then the number 2, it is correct. Why? It is complete. There is subject and there is verb. The subject is the bus schedule. The verb is has changed. The bus schedule, it is singular. So we need has changed. So another question, try by yourself and let's discuss later. Number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So that's all about skill 1. Now we come to the next skill. It is skill 2, objects of prepositions. Objects of prepositions. An object of preposition is a noun or pronoun that comes after a preposition such as in, at, of, to, by, behind, and on to form a prepositional phrase. Look at this example. The trip to the island on Saturday will last for 3 hours. So to the island. To, it is preposition, and then after that there is noun, the islands. Okay, and then on, it is preposition. After that, Saturday, it is noun. Next, for 3 hours. For, it is preposition, and then 3 hours. Okay, so remember, object of preposition is a noun or pronoun that comes after preposition, in, at, of, to, by, behind, and on. So, an object of preposition can cause confusion in the structure of the TOEFL test. So, be careful. So, look at this example. To Mike, blah blah blah, was a big surprise. Yeah, so still remember? Skill 1, subject and verb. So, object of preposition, yeah, it is not subject, class. Remember, it is not subject. After preposition and then followed by noun, it means that it is not subject. Yeah, to Mike, blah blah blah, was a big surprise. So remember, to is preposition, Mike is noun. Even Mike is noun, it is not subject because it's follow after to. So it means that object of preposition to Mike, blah blah blah, was. So there is only verb was. So missing the subject. So find A, B, C, or D. So the answer is B, the party. The party was a big surprise. Okay. A preposition is followed by a noun or pronoun that is called object of preposition. So remember, it is not subject, even it is noun. But after preposition, it is not subject. Exercise 2. Okay. Number 1. The name of the baby in the crib is Jack. Now, you must be understand what is subject here. The subject is the name. Yes, the subject is the name. And then the verb is ish. Yeah, the verb is. So it is correct because at least one subject and one verb. So what is the object of preposition here? Object of preposition is of the baby and in the crib. Now, number 2. By the next meeting of the class, need to turn in the papers. So it is incorrect. Why? There is only a verb, need. So it is missing subject. Okay. So what is the object of preposition? By the next meeting of the class. This one. So for number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, try by yourself and we will discuss next. Okay, and we also will answer for skill 1 through 2. Okay, okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Please answer by yourself. We discuss together. Okay, well, class, that's enough from me about the explanation of skill 1 and 2. So I hope it's useful for you, class. If you have any question, you may ask question for me. Okay, so see you for the next video about another skills. Thank you so much for today. So goodbye.